CIA has gone to bed with oil companies, financial institutions, and multinational corporations. Your destiny has ended. Your government has sold you to the 5% of the population that controls 95% of the assets. Your lives are over in the next 20, 15, 20 years. Why? Because your environment's fucking dying. There's not enough to support the human race. And why? For fucking profits! For fucking dollars! Wake the fuck up! It's time to bring our troops back from the Middle East, from Southeast Asia, Eastern Europe, South America. It's time for the United States administration, Congress, and the Pentagon to shut the fuck up and listen to you, the American people. It's time! It's time! It's time for a new local peace!
Songs for the radio. We don't write our songs for MTV or your channel. We write our songs for ourselves. Now, if you guys want to cover our band, that's cool with us. If you don't, then that's cool with us too. You know what I'm saying? We told a bunch of people years ago, it's like if sometimes they want to put like only the singer on the cover of a magazine, well, we're like, you know what? We're a band of 4 people. We only have 4 people. If you don't want 4 people, then we don't want to be on the cover of your magazine. That's why. If to answer all your questions of why the band is big or why the album is successful or why blah, because we're honest and we just don't give a
us away. A little man, big guns pointed at our heads. 7 a.m. morning came to take us away. A little man, big guns pointed at our You're nothing like me. Yeah, we're here with you. We're here with you. That's right. Thank you.
I want to talk about System,
Yeah, great.
because there's a band that I think a lot of people listening and watching this now will be really interested to know what it's like working with them, because I mean, you've got 4 characters in a band, all of them very strong characters, and the music they make is very strong and very unique.
Absolutely.
Just talk us through, tell us some stories about System of a Down and how it's been like to work with them.
Yeah. I remember going to see them the first time I went to see them play. They played at the Viper Room in LA. It was packed, and 200 people, and
Sold out.
sold out. And I remember watching the show and just laughing. I laughed the whole time. It was the funniest thing I'd ever seen, but in a good way. It wasn't like laughing like, what a joke. It was just so over the top and so extreme, and like Armenian folk dancing with heavy metal riffs and wild political lyrics and screaming. It was crazy music, and usually a lot of heavy music falls into a similar thing. I'm not going to say it's interchangeable, because it's not, but there are certain rules of heavy metal, let's say, that everyone sort of follows those rules.
It's a loyal fan base.
Yeah.
And they're like,
And System of a Down were a heavy band, you could say a heavy metal band, who didn't follow those rules. So they didn't have the rhythms that you'd hear in a typical, you wouldn't hear a Metallica rhythm. You'd hear a System of a Down rhythm, which was different, dun, 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 like different gallops and different, and it's rooted in their Armenian heritage. So they took elements from folk music and brought that into heavy metal. And I remember at the time, I'd never heard anything like it. And I can remember people, while there were those of us who loved them fanatically, people hated them.
Yeah.
People hated them. I can remember the big radio station in LA is K-Rock.
Yeah.
And Kevin Weatherly's the program director of K-Rock. And I remember him saying, System of a Down is a band we will never play on our station ever. 100%. I don't care what happens. They're not, that doesn't fit on our station. And then a year later, it was the #1 band on the station.
unbelievable.
Yeah. They clearly didn't fit, but they were so good that they transcended not fitting. And those are the artists that I like the best. Those are my favorite artists. The ones that they don't really fit anywhere. They're not another in this mold. Rage Against the Machine is another great example. It's like Rage Against the Machine, they don't sound like anyone. No one before Rage Against the Machine sounded like Rage Against the Machine. And a lot of people didn't like them for that reason. But those are the revolutionary bands. Those are the ones that changed the world.